this shit, get in there. Too. You like that? It smells good, right? Right here, bro. You better went to sleep for good. Close to chocolate, partner. About a teaspoon. Can't handle this, partner. This is live, living, good shit right here. Some of that organic vitamin D, because the sun wasn't really all that strong. Shot. Oh, about choked. You really, really want this, don't you? No, I'll be making some good stuff. Best I can do with what they give us. What I need to start growing some more stuff. You don't leave that bottle alone. You my kind of retarded, but you retarded. I'm supposed to be the most retarded. You supposed to have more balance. I'm retarded. You's at the boat. Listen, man. Grand day. What's going on, everybody? For those who didn't get to watch the live little open mic last night, I hate calling podcasts and all that crap. I hope you watched it to the end because I mean, it's really good. I went back and watched it. I was going to edit some things, but I wanted to cut it down to an hour. But I was like, you know what, man, leave it as it is. Because there's people, man, doing stuff for hours and hours and hours, and it's just all a hokey pokey. Now, I've been noticing lately, and I respect what people are doing and how they're bringing the content and all that kind of stuff. If we can't be honest and truthful, and even in us being in a state of being wrong, I mean, if we're going to be professing or carrying on that the state that we're in right now is the truth. Now, regardless of it being the truth of the state we're in, but if we're going to act like our mental capacity and what we know and knowledge is the truth and venerate it that way, you know, some people need to stop doing these. They need to stop teaching. Somebody asked me, said they saw a post by somebody who I know. And I was like, okay. I said, you know, first of all, I'm too old for you not to be able to say the person's name. And if you want to bring this individual up, make sure that you credit who it is, and that way, if they're wrong about something, I can address them if I know them. And so, well, you know them by your Facebook or you know Instagram. I say, we're supposed to address one another and make corrections. If there's a harm making corrections, then you are really of the puppetry. You have a liberal mind, you're a conservative mind, whatever it is, and it's divisive. Anybody says, you know what? Don't worry about naming the individual. I can see it later or whatever. So I said, well, look, this individual was talking about the Caucasus Mountains and lepers. I said, yeah. I said, we have lepers all around us. But what does it mean? Are they suffering from leprosy, or are they clean? Now, a person clean of leprosy means there's no boils, boils, tigs. I forget the medical term for overgrown growths and stuff like that. Deformities and all that stuff. Clean don't necessarily mean because you're pale skin or you're very dark skin that you don't like. They don't want to say Down syndrome, which is man-made, is part of. It's a form, as is cancer. There's different forms of cancers. I says, which it all starts from. I says it's a perversion. It's a curse. And I says it fell upon melanated people who became pale. Blah 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 blah. I says the thing is, once they were clean, you would know if they were clean because they'd be of sound mind and body. The issue is we're so separated from the truth of being connected to the earth. Regardless of how it may come, that's why I'm reading books to give you another perception. Yes, the Caucasus Mountains, which were mostly Negro in the first place, those that went back, they were suffering from major leprosy. Michael Jackson supposedly suffered from a form of it. You know what I'm saying? And people have a hard time dealing with this stuff, and it doesn't mean that its effect is you. If a person suffers from leprosy, you will know it. The attitude, the way they mitigate things. How many of y'all know pale skins or dark skin people who seem like they're incoherent? They can't grasp certain things. Everything has to be based on a feeling, which they're institutionalizing on everybody now, but everything has to be based on a feeling and the reaction to that. You know, reactionary based on feelings. Well, most of the time the feeling is a lie in itself, because nobody was there to nurture the feeling to its proper place of understanding or understanding for those who want to have that term. I said, you know, the individual that made that point wasn't wrong. Now, lethargy is a mother. And I don't mean like a mom, like Earth or whatever. I'm saying it's a mother effort, you know? Some people will hone in on something because of where they live, the diaspora where they live at right now, and what's been put out there. And that'll be, you know, that'll be feasible to them. Like, it's pale skins, that's where they're from, blah, blah, blah. No. So when I asked him a little further, you know, I needed him to be able to articulate what he read. He said, hold on, we're going to look it up. So that was a post. I said, dude, the books I read, whether fact or fiction, they are corrupted. I'm reading information, whether it's Nos Confoundum, ISIS papers, the One World Tartaria, Mudslides, whatever I'm reading, history based on the Civil War, quite a bit of it is a lie, fiction brought from a fact. But the thing is, to be able to have traveled and seen these things and then look back at your world and then understand and then have an understanding of history and to be able to single out particulars. The thing is, if you read 1 or 2 books or 1 or 2 paragraphs or 1 or 2 posts and there's 1,000, you really need to research those thousands, because and you need to look inside yourself instead of outside. It says, first of all, I would have read the post and let it be where it's at. Now, if somebody would have asked me like you just did, I would say, well, don't take it like a grain of salt. Take it for face value. But don't let it metastasize. You know, metastasize is something that grows on you. Don't let it, you know what I mean? It's something bad, you know, cancer, metastasize, whatever. I says, don't let it metastasize, and here I am with medical terminology in your mind and your heart, and don't let it be your conviction. I says, look, if you're watching what I'm doing, talking about on these videos, I'm always expressing that, hey, look, man, this is all for teaching. Everybody has to look at themselves, and we have to move beyond, because those things are gone. The fact that we are still Tartaria is a fact. It's just hidden because they destroyed so many buildings. Somebody put up a video, and I shared this with them. They put up a video showing them erecting buildings. I says, first of all, what you saw was the reverse. I says, you see all those scaffoldings and everything like that? Do you know what those scaffoldings were for? To deconstruct what was there. I says, it's hard to see it, but if you start looking around and you look at the land that they built these things on, supposedly all over Earth, why were the women crying not to destroy the things? We're talking about things that these people couldn't build nowhere. They had no knowledge of construction or constructing. They haven't done it since. And if they attempted to emulate it, they couldn't. I said, if we keep allowing these individuals, and that's when I went and I pulled it up and I gave them the Georgia, I just sent it to them, the George Orwell quote about history being rewritten, you know, everything destroyed, blah, 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 paintings repainted, people renamed and all that. And I said there's about 5 other individuals. There's plenty more, but I have them on my tablet. I was like, thanks, man. He said, I knew that, but I couldn't be right. And I said, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about who published it. What was behind it? Was it about more division? How can our people ever learn if a leper is clean, if they're not taught or nurtured in being able to identify and recognize it? How would they not be able to recognize it within themselves? We have a lot of people still so stuck on what certain individuals doing, but they're not getting out there and dealing with the problems at hand. Some of them remain the problems. Oh, this is so freaking good. Ton of fiber, y'all. Potassium, cocoa, low honey, any borrow. I don't agree with everything that everyone's doing, right? Dawson White, love the work he's doing. I don't agree with the nigger word, blah, 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 and a few other things. But, yeah, he's doing it his way. Who am I to shoot the messenger? Because of, we have the PC feelings people out here. I'm gonna have to touch the screen, y'all, if anybody's saying anything, because I mean, it just doesn't pop up like it used to. I gotta actually put my finger on the screen and let me finish eating, and I'll go ahead and shout y'all out and reply. Because I know some of y'all must be posting something. I didn't come on here, and I'm gonna say this, and I'll say it again and again. I didn't come on here and do live to make the masses happy. I came on here to fulfill whatever it was meant for me to fulfill. And that's all I can say to that. I came on for the few. I didn't come on here for 500,000 followers and $1 million. I didn't come on here for that. Why would I want a lot of lost people following me if they don't want to become, if they don't want to find themselves? I can guarantee you, them people aren't paying attention. No yogi, no Zen Buddha, no Buddha, you know, no Chen or Yang style Tai Chi. They're not studying, practicing Qigong. They're looking at prisoners videos, you know, making ramen noodle, sausage, pickle, friggin' burritos, and all the dumbest shit you can see in the world, and believing that's surviving. You know what surviving is? Not getting in that position. They're looking at people making donk vehicles. Fine, it'll be a hobby, but it's not a way of life. It's part of a culture. You dig what I'm saying? Why? I follow like Dodo. I look at a lot of animal things, and I pay attention to the sign of the times. This morning I went outside, barefoot, cold outside, walked out to the dumpster, barefoot, t-shirt on, jean pants, and people look at me like this. And these people are in Airbnbs. They don't know no better. And the people that know me, they're not paying no mind. They be wanting to join because they're like, it looks so peaceful to them. It's your mind. Your mind belongs to nobody, but it should be part of a collective. And if it's damaged goods or it's been misled for so long, in order to belong to a collective, you must aspire to something different from what you are. And sometimes you need to belong to a collective to be able to raise yourself. So I would never dismiss anyone. Yet, I'm so aware. I can't talk about creation, the creator, this, that, and other. I can only say that everybody has the capability of change. And what they visualize, viscerally, what they say, speak, and mean, and not in a way that is damaging, degrading, or harmful. What they hear, not perceive what they think they hear when they listen, when they learn how to. I'm seeing people talk about things, and if I would allow it, it would be mass confusion. I got the word from a friend of mine, police officer. She says, "Man, look, we're starting to notice some of these liberal cops." And I'm talking about a good officer, conservative. I'm not talking about them racist, goofy about it, because they're on all sides. And they notice how they're dealing with people. And he says, it's funny how these cops in California are very aggressive and harmful to people. And I was like, what do you mean? He says, and he was saying, it's ridiculous, man. He says, sometimes it's hard for some of us. We found a network. We be wanting to hurt these mugs. I said, well, don't. That's what the UN and all of them, they're looking for that. And these liberals are really, really stupid. I hate saying that, but you are. You need to stop stop thinking liberal, stop thinking conservative, and start being part of the republic of what your ancestors were. Stop being so misled and misguided, being so feeling PC. That's where you individuals out there thinking you're not being watched. They're watching you. And they said it's funny how they circumnavigate in the force to be around the most vile police officers. Something's going on, y'all. Now I'm saying this on the fact of a police officer, a friend of mine, and two of his buddies going, yeah, something's not right. They left California. You got a lot more foreigners there now. It's like the East Coast, in many places. To come over and create problems where the problem is, people are watching. If you stop, don't jump up there. got little jumping legs. Boy, you jump up there in my kitchen, man, we're gonna have a problem. Maybe a shout out. I got 3 likes and 10 people in here. Yo, man, I'll give a shout out later. I'll get your comments later. Matter of fact, while you're here, go somewhere else. Go to Phoenix Moon, go to Sidnetter, go over to Indigenous One, go over there and watch those people over there sharing, doing what they're doing. Check out my boy Carmel. I respect that. Go places where if you're not seeking no balance, if you're seeking balance, come on in, give a thumbs up, and be part of the family. If you're not seeking balance, go to other platforms where you're gonna exert your anger and your rage and keep divided and your blackness and your whiteness and whatever it is. I don't know. That's just stupid stuff. I'm the only one on all these platforms who know my generation going back 16 generations. The only one. Literally, documents and all. Actually has a birth certificate of life. Why? Not that I need. What do I need that for? To satisfy these frauds? Everybody wants to be watched, but nobody wants to watch. So if that's what you need, go over there. Don't waste your time here. It doesn't stop. It doesn't do nothing for me or to me. I'm doing what my ancestors would have done to bring people together. And I'm gonna speak truth though about things. If it bothers you because you want that, well, you got some work to do on yourself. I honor my Dutch bloodline. I honor the Chinese bloodline that are married into my family. It's not in me, but I honor them. They're my relatives. They're a little darker than the ones here because of, the time period. I honor my Spanish side of my family. And they were very, very dark too, y'all. Some people are so confounded. They have so much hatred. They venerate. All they know is hate. And they think because they're in a relationship, they got somebody willing to suck on their toes or bought them a car. This is male and female. It doesn't matter. Or yesterday was the best day of their life. That if today can bring you down, then yesterday wasn't the best day of your life. Because how can you let the best day of your life ever stop? Every day is the best day of my life. You know why? I'm not conflicted. I don't want to be contagious to nobody. I'm going to do the best I can to share what it is I have attained again in this world. It's not the answers. I'm not saying it's going to fix anything. I have a different way of looking, and it may only attract and be able to assist other people. A handful of other people, excuse me. My points and views are not necessarily all my values. What I value in life is getting to know me more personally. And that's an everyday job. If you want to talk about real work, if you want to equate this language, this foul language with work, job, slavery, to be a slave to myself. That way I'm free. Because I determine when I go in the yard. I determine when I want to breathe. When I want to drink, when I want to eat. I determine what I want to hear if I choose to listen. Anything outside of me is outside of me and it's broken. So I have to continue to build up a stronger wall. Allow myself, without feelings or ramifications of emotions, to react to those things and go, hey, no. If it is damaging, then I will deal with it so. And you better believe I'm going to deal with it 1,000%. I wouldn't care if I had cold snots running out my nose, coughing yellow and green, and one eye looking like, y'all can call him One Eye. If you want to say CW or the actor, Mr. Whitaker. I'm going to give 100% of the 10% I have at that time. It doesn't matter. To remove all fear, to not be intrusive or obstructive of self, to elevate self, to magnify self, to bring self into another ideology of realms, to walk in my ether. For those of you who want to say time, to be present in who I am. Everything on the outside, I can share it, but most aren't willing recipients. So we think I'm gonna waste my time? And I say that because I'm not focused on time. I don't care about it. If you're 20 and willing, then you'll make it to 50. And willing, you'll make it to 60. And willing, you'll make it to 80. Now, I know what I'm reading, but I am giving you some precipitation. I'm giving you some rain. Maybe it's some tea. Don't worry about tomorrow and forego yesterday. Be in the now for greater self. Resolution has nothing to do with what's outside of you. That's always going to be there because we're in that effigy. We're in that pinata. Somebody's always hitting it. And right now, they're not looking for candy. They're looking for our souls, our light, our hava. They're looking for our essence. And it's all over the place. It's not centralized. It's not magnified. I just want to come on and say that this AM. I stopped celebrating Thanksgiving a long time ago because of the Pequot master, which is the massacre and the selling and enslavement of them and a few other tribes around them. Some tribes I bet y'all don't even know the name to. One of them you would think came out of Mexico, which most of us did anyway. Well, it's not Mexico. I don't even respect that word no more. But I hate calling this land America. Are you paying attention now? I detest it because it's not the name of the land. The land has no name. Y'all enjoy yourselves. You were family. And if you found another way to communicate and be able to invite people in cautiously and carefully, being very meticulously in how you do it, be wise when you do it. And make sure that whatever you speak on, that you have a little more knowledge, so that way you don't create angst and pain, because we're in a time when people have been so manipulated that anything that's not befitting, they will strike out at, sadly, even those you find to be the most closest. I would just hold on to it a little longer until you become even more aware of self before you start delivering without being able to compensate if you're taking something away and you can't refocus the direction. Because you know what it's like to take a mice and remove his eyes and put him in a maze? The panic and pain. Well, sometimes when you express these things to people whose blinders are on, when you take them off, it's too bright and they can't see. Auditory, that loud noise they hear, they think it's just rah, because they haven't tuned in. It's destructive. And they lash out. They'll lash out. You dig? Somebody just popped up. Who was that? Rondo, what's going on? Grand Elevations. No prayer until. What up, love? Hey, what's going on? How are you? What would you say to a female woman that know the truth and try to say they're crazy? It depends on what is the truth. Do you believe in UFOs? Not at all. I believe in machines that we once had used by an enemy that's still out here that nobody sees. I'm retired military. May I ask you a question and give me your honest answer? All I do is I'm gonna give you the answer that comes from me. It's up to you to determine whether it's honest or not. What would you say to me right now? What would I say to you right now? What I say to everybody? How are you doing today? And I hope for an honest response. But no, I tell her, how va? Everybody in here is intelligent. No one's smart, trust me. Well, do you worry about what other people say? Right there, you answer your own question. Anytime you worry about what other people say, or you wait for somebody else's response, you really don't know self. Here, we work on bettering ourselves. Doesn't matter who, what, whatever abstract ideology, race, creed, ethnicity. We're at a crossing point. Crossroads are burnt up a long time ago. I have family members that actually went there. And they became the musicians and they transitioned. Some things I can't say. I don't have all the answers. But what I do here, let's see unity. Camille, what's going on? I'm gonna check it out, family. Camille, I'm gonna check it out, fam. He just sent me something. I'll check it out in a minute. But anyway, my brother, love him. I want to go to Costa Rica and hang out with him. I'm thinking about doing that. But anyway, right? I'm not here to correct anybody's fallacies and their brokenness. I'm not here to speak on things that, if they exist, which I believe, I know these certain machines do. Like I said, I'm a child military, and that's all I'm gonna say to that. I'm here to see people who want to elevate themselves within themselves. Stop looking out the window and start looking at themselves. And if you ain't looking at yourself, there's nothing here you can give. When you start looking at yourself, and it's a job, isn't that right, Rondo? It's a job in itself. But if you come talking highly elevated and your teacup is full, it's not the place for you. I love all though. There's other platforms. There are those that speak that way. I don't know that. All I have in this world is knowledge the size of a piece of lint in my pocket. Regardless of my travels around Earth, learning how to fly, jumping out of planes, swimming in the ocean, all that don't mean nothing if I'm always looking outward. I look inward. I pushed myself to where my body wanted to break, but I knew that it wouldn't. But the enemy is too busy attempting to break everybody. I seek something, and I would never say what it is on here, other than a better relationship with my kinfolk, and to see them strive for better purpose instead of divisive tactics that show the weakness of the enemy and the weakness of many who allow such a weakness to create such a crevice. I'd rather be the vacuum that doesn't suck up the bad dirt or the dead water. No. I was the firstborn up north, supposedly. All my family's from Louisiana's, South America, the so-called East Coast, which is not, from this land. There's always been great cities here, and the cities today aren't great. They're not magical, they're not prosperity. There's dungeons and cells of what they are. They're prisons. We are Tartaria, though our Our most beautiful, protective relics have been destroyed and misused and repurposed. We once all sat and played in the grass under our mother's sun, enjoyed the delights of going months without eating and living longer lives, gazed at our father's eye in the night and walks in the protection of the darkness that was not the Jannah. And now we seek for better hava, and we must seek inside ourselves. I know it's Brickz 99. I love everyone, but everyone has to learn how to love themselves. There are those days when I'm bothered. When you've seen the ugly for so long. My confliction and my conflagration to it is, how do people want to stay there? You don't give up nothing. You don't give up being tough, being capable and able. What you give up is the perversion of lie. And you stop looking outside all the time. You see what's on there, right? The Jericho Rose. A plant that's hard to kill. It lives forever, actually, y'all. It's like the turtle. I actually have seeds. Maybe I'll grow them, and maybe I never will be able to germinate. You know, we have a long way to go. And we can get there. We can get there. We can all get there together, or we can all get there one by one. It'll happen one day or another. Regardless, I just don't want to see the people go to the dark place. People are comfortable right now, and they think the dark place is somewhere they can deal with, and they have no clue. Religion has done a sword on our people, and the lies have torn them down. And their conflict. I want to put two words together because that's what it is. The conviction and the confusion are one. And that's where they make the grandest mistake. They think they're separate, and they think they're in control, and they're not. Anybody else come in? I'm born in the city, and my roots from the south. Oh, I hear you. All right. Here's Brickz 99. Not no punk, just moving in a different way. You think I'm... Why would you say that at the end of that? You sound confused there. Now, you got to be careful because there's people here that'll remove you, hon. I'm just letting you know. Nobody's thinking that. So are you okay? I'm asking you honestly. Are you okay? Or it's highlighted. Are you okay? To even speak such when nobody's even having that mannerism about them here. Reply. You said, yes, it's Vix 99. Okay. Not that it's not your real name, but so. Not no punk. Okay. Just moving a different way, you think I'm stupid. Did anybody here allocate that you're stupid? Are you emotionally unstable? Is something wrong? These are words we use in this group, on this page, because we have a different understanding of things now. Growth is not, I grew 2 years ago and I just grew yesterday a centimeter. Growth is always ever evolving. Yet we don't play either. And there's no feelings, no emotions involved on this platform. It's a totally different place. Well, we don't do that in here. Like I said, I'm not here for the masses. I'm here for the few. So if you want to be here, you change that false diaspora. We don't do that here. I don't care who you are. There's no feelings, no emotions. We remove that. It is stricken from who we are. We don't do that at all. Not on this platform. Yes, later. Like I said, we don't do that here. Because Rondo and them, they'll block you, and I don't want that to happen. When I'm speaking about no division, we're not going to have it. We're not going to entertain it. And I don't care about who said what or why it was said. And if somebody cannot correct it, then maybe the malfeasance might be not equitable in truth. Sometimes it's hard to deal with the truth when we're despondent. And if somebody called me a punk, or whatever, yeah, okay. But ain't nobody gonna run up in my face swinging no hands. I don't really care. When Phoenix Moon's talking about use a frame chaser, well, I got a bunch of drug dealers telling me that you smoke crack, but I'm not gonna sit there and throw it around in the whirlybird. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't benefit me. It doesn't elevate me. See, when we're stuck there, like I really don't want to entertain it. It's time to elevate. Because then it's he say, she say. I don't give a damn about he say, she say. I don't. It means nothing to me. Nothing at all. I don't take sides no more. I don't care. I want to put this out there. I really don't. They'll tell you, when I say I don't have no feelings and emotions, I don't. I don't have no sympathy for it. Oh, well. Are you ready to be the big person you are and move beyond that? Yes. Everything that I was speaking on alludes to this. We are greater and more powerful than we think. And when I say this, I mean I really don't have no feelings or emotions. Honestly, I don't. None whatsoever. You know, when I'm out at the range and I'm shooting my rifles, I have no fear. You would think that in this world of feelings, that the misconstrued would think, man, he just went 0 dark 30. No, I'm training. And it's fun. I'm having a good time. But it's not always going to be smiles. Now, if I'm around like Trauma, Cole, if they come through, there's no mental expiration date. It's laughing and joking. But at the same time, they'll tell you I'm focused when I'm doing what I'm doing. Whatever I'm doing, I'm focused on because I believe at the end, there's a betterment. There's a different way of looking at it. It doesn't have to be intrusive or obstructive. And nor do I have to deny it. If I have to deny it, then I replace it. I remove it. I replace it with something else. Or I don't replace it with nothing and let it be until something else comes along and I say, okay, I can make my furlough with that. Can't grow if I'm stuck where everybody else is stuck at. What is growth anyway? Now, verbatim right here, I can say what growth is. But I was just already explaining all that in the beginning of this whole video, what I was stating. When I watch Rondo Brown, I watch all these different people doing what they're doing, and I say, well, what are they really gaining? What is the pain they feel? Why are they angst? With Charleston White, when I know with him, he is tired of seeing the suffering. See, you don't see no so-called indigenous or gangbangers, this and others saying that. They're so stuck in their emotions. Oh, Charleston White. Oh, they're in their feelings, and they don't even know why. I am tired and sick and tired of seeing these divisive tactics and emotions of fighting and bickering and all this. I don't have nothing for it no more. I have no sympathy for it. Could I empathize? Yes, I can recognize the stuff, but I have no sympathy for it. I don't care. I say that because I really don't. How can the people be in pain for so long and keep holding on to it? I don't get that. How can people say they want to grow and mature and wake up and all these other terminologies and terms of endearment, and they're not doing nothing? How can people be so stuck? I don't know. I put on acts sometimes because I want to drive people in one direction and pull them in another and see how they respond. You know what I get? I get people that feel like they're walking on pins and needles. And they haven't grasped at all what was being said. Andre 3000, I ain't gonna say his real name. He said it best in one of his songs. He says, look, in the song he tells you he's talking to you and you're not gonna listen to a word he's saying. He got tired of the music industry. He saw the cooperation and the corruption that displayed with just the music. We're rhythmic, harmonious people, and we can be easily misrepresented and misguided, even in our broken harmony, walking the earth. That's what I want people. I want for people to be able to learn how to breathe and meditate, to connect to the earth, to be in harmony again. Every day I see new videos of these pranksters, and I watch them dance, and I'm like, they have no rhythm. What has happened? Rhythm isn't just dancing, but that's a major part of who we are. Rhythm is also in the way we think. This language disrupts rhythm. Have any of y'all ever downloaded an acoustic thing to listen to your voice and hear the feebleness in it? And then we think, because the internet allowed us to become further distracted from being able to have a balance to communicate deep to steeped in reality, then we become the broken keys themselves. A way up over here, Z over here, and then we all of a sudden we tap in on 1 through 0, and we're like 1 through 9, or 0, and we're not even making sense no more. Now we're binary. Do you know when I'm walking and my cat's laying there and I close my eyes, he jumps up and he runs a distance around me. It's like he can't even run into me. And then when I close my eyes, he comes up and rubs against my leg. When I open my eyes and I look down, it's like he feels like he's pushed away. And I'm like, until I reach down and grab him. When I go outside, he wants to be right under my feet. When he's eating, he looks at me to make sure I'm there while he's eating. If I'm downstairs, he won't eat. He'll be right with me. When I come upstairs, he eats. And I'm freeing him from, I'm like, eat when you choose. In the last few days, he started to come up and eat. And it's just, there's something else going on. I don't quite get it. So what I do, stop looking out the window and start focusing on myself and keep bettering myself, because he is with me. He's all right. I don't even let the thought come in saying, if I'm not here, what's going to happen to him? He's going to be all right regardless, no matter where he's at or what happens. Every day I'm looking at things different, and it's for betterment. And I can't stop it. I've gotten on this roller coaster, this ride, and I wanted to increase. I seek, I pray to the north. I've done it all the time. I do the ground ceremonies. I do the things and it's ever increasing, and I don't want it to stop. And at one point, it was scary. There's times when I come on here, I don't know really what I want to communicate. I know it's there. And so I let my mouth open, and it happens. I just want to come over here. I've been on here too long. I'm going to come back and go do some readings. But I need to meditate. I need to breathe. Anybody else come in? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, you know what? I'll go. What's the number under? What name is the number under? Because you know, that's how I put the name under your name. I put the number under your name. I know I didn't put it on no Vixen 99. Go on, put it up there quick so I can go off. I'll go ahead and then you can remove it. I'll remove it. So that way, because I just wanted to come on and say that this morning because there's a whole lot of stuff going on that we need to not be concerned or worried about, people. Especially if you don't want to make it to the Midwest. You know what I mean? While they're killing, hey, what's going on? Alito. Especially if you don't want to leave these certain places that, I don't know. I don't find them to be the safest. Especially for the children. All right, DC, what's up? Happy Indigenous Year, life. I know that's right. You got my number. Give me a call in about 2 hours. And then after that, I'm going to be coming on here and doing some readings. Because yesterday I didn't. I read one, and I know everybody's interested in that book because people already hit me up in my Gmail. Yo, Ray, yo. I had to send them pictures of the book. Now, if you get the book, read it. Because you know me, I set myself up in that bed at night with the moon right there at my window, and I was reading this book. Man, this book is powerful. I'm not going to say nothing about the other one, because I should be reading that book with this one. But, make sure I lost the page. Excuse me. My apologies. Yeah, okay, King Finn. Okay, all right, I got it. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good reading today, y'all. And this will remind you of Terra Infinita, the Navigator Beyond the Ice Walls, before Morrison. You know what I'm saying? Dispatch, and until we get to the land of Mars. This phenomenal reading. The Mud Flood. The third small little paperback I got goes with this. I'm not going to read that. I'm going to read all those with the terriers. 5 different books on the terrier. So you can get a better and America, the book on America being the old world, which is the volume 1s. And I got 2 and 3. All right? We'll sign off. What's the Cashapp trying to kick on the boots? It's going to be in there. It's going to be in the end, and you can look at another video. I'm going to put it in there. But I'm going to show you because I can say it here, and it's better if you saw it. Yo, y'all going to like this book. I can't wait. And remember, if you don't have it, if you can get it, get birth certificate of life. Now I'm just waiting for the one that had my footprints had 2 footprints and my palm prints. I'm waiting for that. I was born in the 60s, so they were still doing that before Mr. Rockefeller and them did their little greasy thing. So I think hopefully I'll receive it next. It's coming all the way from the East Coast. Of course I do. And the perverted 7-pointed star. Yes. Of course. But right now, metaphysics is you. Only thing you need to work on is your inner self. You're double posting. Which is no problem. All right. I'm going to put this one up because every time he likes to be around my guns, which is not cool. Like a little rock head. Ooh, relax, you little muscle head. Okay, so excuse me. Why is that even like that? Oh, dude, what is this? Oh man, I gotta turn these notifications off, bro. These notifications are going crazy, y'all. Holy smizzle, man. I had to turn it on, and I don't know why it's doing this. My apologies, guys. All right, yeah. Okay, gave me a thumbs up. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate that. All right. So I'm gonna. It's like this. It's $ capital I N Indian INDAIN. You know, capital I, lowercase NDIAN, and then uppercase J, lowercase IM. So it's gonna be $ Indian Jim 1. And I'm attempting to make it big, and you know what? I can't even do that. This makes no sense. All right, Carmel, I got you, brother. I'm about to give him a call too. All right. Yeah, I love all people, man. I realized that I love more people than what I thought when I started looking at people differently. And why? I couldn't help it. Here it is right here. And I gotta hit him back. Let me get off of here. I've been on here for about an hour. And we could definitely converse this. Okay? You got 2 of them up there, so I'm gonna remove that one. There's no need for 2 of them to be up there. All right, and remember, those who haven't been here for a long time, if I'm discussing something, it's going to be always about the same thing. And appreciate you, family. And nothing's going to change if we don't better ourselves. I can walk around and sound like a preacher all day. If I'm not talking about me in the first person and saying, look, you too can attain some things, and I'm still going to be doing meditation and stuff like that. Sometimes I just want to get in meditation. I want to sit there for like an hour or 2 hours and meditate. And it's hard sometimes. Sometimes I got to refocus. I got to hyperventilate again. I might have to get up and close the window, open it. I mean, the metaphysics and the fact that I got back to holding my breath yesterday I held my breath for over 3 minutes. It took me 30 minutes to get there to where I was oxygenated enough to my heartbeat slowed down so slow that I could hear it and feel it in myself, to when I didn't feel it at all, though I knew it was still beating. And before I knew it, the thing went off for 3 minutes, and I held it for another 20 seconds. So 3 minutes, 20 seconds, I held my breath. Now I can breathe out all my air after hyperventilating twice and hold it for a minute. I think y'all seen me do that for a little over a minute with no air in me. What I'm doing is what do they call it? I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get off. What is it called when you do that? Like asphyxiating. But I'm not asphyxiating. I'm allowing my body to kickstart something that hasn't been kickstarted. And you've got to have a lot of practice before you do this, people. You just can't do it. Get so comfortable, and before you know it, you go to sleep. Man, it could be the long one. So you've got to know how to breathe from the diaphragm. The woman's womb is so beautiful. It's a place of succulence and beauty and life. But she's no good if the protector can't protect her. And if she can't keep the man strong, It's imbalances. It's imperfection. So men, we have to get our center of balance grounded and protect the women. And as long as we know that they're the ones who want to circumvent and come back into their standing, the other ones, you have no sympathy. There's no feelings required for them. They'll come around or they won't. Yes, that's very correct. For every action is an opposite. Exactly. But hey, look, let me get out of here, guys, because I want to get my little. I guess we'll get communication. I need to hear me up. I need to get myself, because I ate a little something now and I've been on here for an hour. I need to get this breathing and meditation in for at least an hour, people. Maybe an hour and a half. All right? Love you all. If you're ever gonna have feelings, make sure that they're real. Make sure that they're like the highest sultan of self. If you want to see a king and you want to see a queen, then be that. Don't just allow it to be metaphysical. Don't just believe it, but know it. Elevate yourself internally. If you do it internally, then it becomes eternal. We manifest the truth. Just like we speak daggers and pain and suffrage and lies and vile, we speak Zana. We can also speak Hava, the light. And that should be the most burning compassion that you have, is to speak the light. To speak the light. To know the light. Appreciate you all coming in. Have a grand day.